deep within Middle America, a new species of museum has evolved. It isn't a theme park, but an attempt to disprove the theory of evolution and show instead that God created the universe. And it's highly controversial.
If there's any members in line, they can come over here to the right.
Though most visitors appear to have made their minds up already.
It takes more faith to believe in evolution. A lot more. There's a lot less facts.
And this is what they'll see, a high-tech recreation of biblical events like the Great Flood. But what's really controversial is the claim it's all backed by science.
This is where the museum actually starts. This is a slot canyon, something that you would see along the side of the massive Grand Canyon. And here,
according to the museum's co-founder, Mark Loy, even the Grand Canyon has a biblical explanation.
Water collected after Noah's flood. It breached its earthen dam, and the water rushed in very quickly and carved out the canyon in a matter of weeks.
Perhaps the most startling display shows children playing next to dinosaurs, something mainstream science says is impossible as they died out millions of years before humans.
And you believe that these dinosaurs were quite friendly dinosaurs, that they actually played with children or you know, could have done?
Yeah, there are all sorts of different dinosaurs, carnivores as well as omnivores. Many of them were quite peaceful, quite docile.
So they could have been children with dinosaur pets?
Yes.
The idea that dinosaurs roamed the earth with humans not that long ago is just one of the most eye-catching consequences of this biblical worldview. But one problem is if it's true, it means that hundreds of years of paleontology, biology and physics have got it very badly wrong indeed.
That's angered many, not just scientists but moderate Christians too, who complain the museum is twisting science and misleading people.
I think they're lying to people, they're trying to manipulate kids because they don't know any better, and I just think it's really wrong what they're doing.
So, is it a fraud? To find out, we asked one of the country's leading scientists, biologist Professor Gene Kritsky, a modern-day Indiana Jones. What did he think?
Well, the only thing missing is yabba dabba doo.
You don't take it too seriously?
No, you can't. To call this science, that's what's wrong. This is very cute, but so are the Smurfs, and the Smurfs aren't science.
Now, in the 21st century,
but it certainly looks like science. So whether it's fact or fiction, creationists have made themselves much harder for the secular world to ignore. James Westhead, BBC News in Petersburg, Kentucky.